Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care. Zara and Keon clutched each other's hands as they raced through the densely populated galaxies, desperate to escape the chaos consuming their home planet. The starlit void enveloped them, shimmering with an ethereal beauty that contrasted sharply with the turmoil of their lives. They had barely any time. The whispers of impending doom reached their ears, echoing through the corridors of their minds, pushing them to find safety. As their small pod maneuvered through debris and celestial bodies, the twins shared a silent vow. They had always felt each other's emotions deeply, an unbreakable bond forged through the trials of living in a world filled with war. Their hearts raced in unison, fear mingling with a flicker of hope. With a sudden jolt, the pod entered the gravitational pull of a blue planet, Earth. As they crash-landed in a quiet park surrounded by trees and flowers, the twins emerged, disoriented but alive. The overwhelming sense of grass and blooming flowers filled their senses, a stark contrast to the acrid air of their home. "What is this place?" Zara whispered, her eyes wide with wonder as she surveyed the new environment. Bright colors splashed across the landscape, and soft sounds of laughter and conversation floated through the air. "I don't know, but we must hide," Keon replied, still shaken from their journey. They took refuge under a nearby tree, peering out cautiously as passers-by enjoyed the sunny day. Meanwhile, Mia sat on a bench nearby, sketching with a pencil and a torn piece of paper. As a struggling artist, she often found solace in the park, letting nature inspire her work. Today, however, her heart felt heavier than ever. She longed for connection, for a family that understood her, a feeling that pulsed within her as she sketched a scene filled with vibrant colors. As her gaze wandered, she caught sight of the twins hiding beneath the tree. There was something magnetic about them, an otherworldly aura that drew her in. They looked lost, vulnerable, and she felt an inexplicable urge to help. Taking a deep breath, Mia gathered her belongings and approached them. "Hey there, are you okay?" she asked gently. Zara and Keon exchanged wary glances, hesitant to trust this stranger. "It's complicated," Zara finally replied, her voice trembling slightly. The warmth in Mia's amber eyes made the twins feel momentarily safe, and Keon added, "We're lost." Mia's heart ached at their words. "You can come with me. I'll help you," she offered, moving closer and extending her hand. The twins hesitated, but something deep within them urged them to accept. They stepped forward, gripped by an overwhelming sense of relief. As Mia led them away from the park, she noticed how different they looked from anyone she had ever met. Their skin shimmered subtly, taking on hues of blue and violet under the sun, and their expressions held a mixture of fear and wonder. They were like nothing she had ever seen, a mesmerizing reminder of all the things her life lacked. In the cozy confines of Mia's small apartment, the twins were met with a mix of novelty and chaos. The walls were adorned with colorful paintings, some abstract, others landscapes, each telling stories of love, loss, and hope. Zara and Keon marveled at the colors, feeling warmth flooding through them despite being uprooted from their world. Mia, overwhelmed with excitement, offered them a tour of her unconventional home. "This is where I create my art," she said, gesturing toward a cluttered table with paint splatters and brushes of all sizes. The twins watched in fascination as Mia picked up a brush, demonstrating how to mix colors. They attempted it themselves, their fingers struggling to handle earth tools. As days turned into weeks, the twins immersed themselves in earth culture. They tried pizza for the first time, their faces lighting up at the melted cheese and savory toppings. Zara giggled as Keon accidentally sprinkled far too much pepper on his slice, sending him into a sneezing fit. "I think earth food may be dangerous," Keon joked, laughter ringing through the apartment. Yet amidst the laughter, cultural differences sometimes led to funny misunderstandings. One day, while shopping for groceries, Keon stared bewilderedly at a cantaloupe, unsure whether it was edible or some kind of strange earth object. Zara giggled, pulling back to ask a passing shopper, who looked baffled but intrigued by their unusual appearance. "Do you not have food on your planet?" the shopper asked, half smiling. We have food, but not this, Keon replied, his eyebrows raised in confusion, making the shopper chuckle. Mia watched their interactions, a sense of pride warming her heart. She loved watching the twins navigate their new lives, even if it meant learning to tie shoelaces or use utensils at the dinner table. The expressions of joy and wonder on their faces filled her with hope, as she felt for the first time she might be building a family. One quiet afternoon, Zara confided in Mia as they painted together. "Sometimes I feel sad about leaving home," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "I wonder if we will ever see our world again." Mia paused, sensing the weight of Zara's words. "I can't imagine how hard that must be," she replied softly. "But you have each other, and you can make this place your home too." Their bond seemed to solidify that day, both as adoptive mother and child, as they navigated the emotional labyrinth together. Unexpectedly, the twins exhibited flashes of their otherworldly abilities. One evening, while Mia painted, they inadvertently made objects float just out of reach, giggling at the incredulity of their powers. "You're just great at this," Mia exclaimed, bewildered but amused. They shared a knowing smile, a reminder of their roots amid the enchantment of Earth, united in both their differences and similarities. Just when the twins began to feel at ease in their new lives, the tranquility was shattered by the arrival of Lucas, a charming investigator with an aura of mystery. Dressed in a tailored suit, he struck an imposing figure as he approached Mia in the park, where she often took the twins to wander and explore. "Good afternoon," Lucas said smoothly, his voice dripping with charm. "I've heard tales of some extraordinary children who have come to Earth. Might you be their guardian?" His eyes held a glint of determination, assessing Mia's response. Mia instinctively felt distrust wash over her. "What do you know about them?" she asked, crossing her arms protectively, instinctively looking for Zara and Keon, who had wandered exploring nearby. "Only that they hail from a distant realm, a place rich with history and power," he replied, his gaze intense. "Their rightful place is not here on Earth." Mia's heart raced at the implications of his words. The twins, sensing the shift in energy, returned to her side, alarmed by the stranger's approach. Zara stepped protectively in front of Mia, her instincts kicking in. "We are where we need to be," she declared firmly, challenging Lucas's intentions. But Lucas only smiled, infusing his tone with a measured calm. "I assure you, the galaxy awaits the return of its royals, and they cannot escape their destiny." He leaned in closer, lowering his voice. "You have no idea what danger looms over them here." Feeling a chill run down her spine, Mia turned to the twins. "Is this true?" she asked softly. Zara's expression showed fear, while Keon's brows furrowed in contemplation. That night, filled with restless thoughts, Mia turned her mind over the encounter. She couldn't shake her instinctive protectiveness over the twins, and when she couldn't silence her worries, she gathered them both for a heart-to-heart. As they huddled in the living room, the air thick with tension, Keon finally spoke. "Our home. It's not safe anymore. It's filled with war and pain. We ran away because we thought we could escape it forever." "And our royalty?" Zara's voice quivered with fear as she looked to Mia. "Does that mean we have to go back? We don't want to. We're happy here with you." Mia wrapped her arms around them tightly. "You're my family now," she said resolutely. "We will find a way through this together. I will protect you with everything I have." As days passed, the unsettling atmosphere surrounding them remained. Each encounter with Lucas left Mia colder inside. It was only a matter of time before he would return. Meanwhile, the twins felt the weight of their origins heavy on their shoulders, unsure about the future. One evening, just as they settled in for a cozy movie night, the doorbell rang, sending chills down Mia's spine. She opened it cautiously to reveal Lucas standing at the threshold once again, his polished exterior contrasting with the tension radiating from him. "I came to speak directly with the twins," he stated firmly, his gaze unwavering. Before Mia could respond, Keon stepped forward with an air of courage. "What do you want with us?" he demanded, heart racing. They wouldn't allow fear to dictate their lives any longer. Lucas smiled, leaning on the doorframe. "There is much you do not understand about your place in the universe, and I am here to enlighten you." In that moment, tensions erupted, forming a storm between trust and betrayal. The twins felt a surge of confusion and dread, coupled with their unwavering belief that they had found a home. How could they balance the weight of royal expectations with the joy they had discovered on Earth? After the unsettling visit from Lucas, the atmosphere in Mia's apartment turned tense. Mia, undecided about her feelings for Lucas and his intentions, decided to immerse herself in activities she had previously enjoyed, hoping to bring some normalcy back into their lives. It was during an afternoon of cooking that she decided to whip up a classic Earth dish, tacos. At first, the twins were fascinated by the cooking process as they watched Mia chop vegetables and season meat with an intensity they hadn't witnessed before. They tried to help, but it quickly turned into a comedic chaos of spilled ingredients and laughter filling the small kitchen. "Do you think it's supposed to look like this?" Keon joked, holding up a messy taco filled with an overabundance of sour cream. Zara laughed, shaking her head, her features brightening for a brief moment amid the heavy atmosphere from the previous night. As they enjoyed their meal, Mia noticed that she had been able to take the twins' minds off their worries, if only for a short while. Then, their laughter was interrupted by the doorbell once more, and Mia took a deep breath, hoping it wasn't Lucas again. To her relief, it was Adam, the charming neighbor who had recently struck up conversations with Mia in the hall. Adam had a playful smile, his dark hair tousled slightly from the wind. "Hey, I saw you cooking and thought I'd drop by with some dessert." He held up a box of brownies with excitement in his eyes. "Mia, do you mind if I invite him in?" Keon asked tentatively, sensing an opportunity to connect in lightheartedness despite previous tensions. Mia nodded, and they welcomed Adam into their chaotic kitchen. "Wow, is it always this lively here?" he asked, chuckling at the sight of three people navigating the kitchen. Their natural camaraderie forged as they shared stories, and laughter rang through the apartment. In the ensuing days, Adam became a frequent visitor, a source of humor and connection that eased the twins' burdens. Their friendships blossomed, with Adam often bringing small gifts, fun snacks, flower bouquets, and jokes that kept their spirits high. As the twins grew more comfortable, they also found themselves more enchanted by Adam's charm. One evening, under the shimmering starlight in the park, Adam opened up about his life. "I've always dreamt of adventure, of discovering the unknown." He glanced playfully at Keon and Zara. "You guys must have stories that would blow my mind." Zara, feeling bold, shared bits about their home and the beauty they had left behind, leaving Adam both amazed and enchanted. "It sounds beautiful, even if dangerous," he said earnestly. The air turned electric with the unspoken connection between them. The playful banter transformed into tender moments as Zara found herself drawn to Adam's kind nature. Keon noticed this shift, teasing Zara about her newfound crush. Their laughter echoed into the night, exciting yet intimidating with the prospects of where their feelings might lead. However, lingering unease crept in whenever Mia thought of Lucas. She knew their time was limited, and with each day, her attachment to the twins deepened. What would happen if they were forced to choose between their royalty and their burgeoning life on Earth? Conversations turned more profound as they reached for deeper connections, sharing fears of belonging and love that bound them together. Those moments of vulnerability made the bond stronger as they ventured toward discovering their paths while their worlds intertwined. By the end of the week, the twins had developed feelings for both Adam and Mia, leaving them bewildered yet curious. The small family they had formed felt alive with possibility, even if shadows of doubt occasionally crossed their minds. The foundation of love, friendship, and belonging began to take root as they began to view Earth as a home. With each passing day, the bonds among Mia, Zara, Keon, and Adam grew stronger, creating a sense of stability that comforted them amidst the uncertainty looming in the background. Yet, just as they began to feel truly at home, the tension escalated once more with the unwelcome return of Lucas. One balmy afternoon, as Mia sketched scenes from a nearby park, the doorbell rang, instilling a sense of dread. Her heart raced, knowing very well who it could be. When she opened the door, Lucas stood there, his confidence brimming, seemingly unfazed by their previous confrontation. "We need to talk. Privacy is essential," he said, his tone steady as he brushed past her, taking stock of the chaos in the apartment. Zara and Kian froze at his approach, exchanging worried glances. "Why are you here again?" Mia's voice trembled, tightening her stance as she blocked the view of the twins. "I came to offer them a choice," Lucas replied dismissively. "A chance to embrace their true inheritance and not hide away in this mundane existence." Mia felt a swirl of anger rise within her. "You don't understand them. This is their home now." "Oh, but it's not," he countered, glancing knowingly at the twins, who stood silently watching. "Do you really wish to stay here forever? You don't belong to this planet. Your legacy is back at home." Zara stepped forward, challenging Lucas. "We don't need your definitions. There's a war brewing and we fled from that life. We choose happiness here with Mia." Her voice quivered, yet her declaration resonated with determination. Lucas narrowed his eyes, raising a finger. "You're naive to think you can escape your past. Danger follows you. I can protect you." His tone shifted, carrying an edge that made Mia shudder. Before anyone could respond, the twins felt a rush of telepathic energy, their minds connecting in quiet turmoil. Kian spoke up, voice firm. "We don't want your protection. You just see us as pawns in a dangerous game." "You're calling this happiness, hiding here?" Lucas shot back, frustration creeping into his voice. "Those who aren't trained for this life will be sacrificed. I can prepare you." With that, Lucas's influence turned sharper. They were just about to reach for their powers to throw him out when Adam walked in, interrupting the combustible moment. "Hey guys, I thought I could—" He stopped short, sensing the tension suffocating the room. Perceiving Lucas's domineering presence, Adam's protectiveness kicked in. "Who are you?" he demanded, eyebrows raised. Mia spoke quickly. "Nobody important. Lucas was just leaving." She subtly stepped in front of the twins, shielding them from Lucas's penetrating gaze. Lucas, assessing Adam with cool detachment, chuckled dismissively. "Ah yes, the charming neighbor. While I'm sure your intentions are noble, it's imperative that Zara and Kian recognize the responsibilities they face." "They're not going anywhere with you," Adam shot back, taking a stand, unexpectedly fierce. "This is their home now, just as much as it is yours, so back off." The confrontation hung heavily in the air, and Lucas's expression shifted, revealing his reluctance to push further. "You've made your choices," he said finally, flashing a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "But remember, the royal summons will come for them. You can't shield them forever." He turned and left, leaving a sour taste in their mouths and fears resonating in their hearts. As he disappeared from view, the gravity of his words collided with their thoughts. The twins clenched their fists in frustration. They had found something special among humans. Love, laughter, and most importantly, hope. Could they now lose it all? Mia gathered the twins close, fighting back tears as she found the strength to reassure them. "We'll face whatever comes together," she whispered, her voice steady. "You are not just royal heirs, you're my family." Yet notable cracks had formed in their reality. The night felt heavier as they realized they were not just battling the outside world. Relationship dynamics began to shift as Kian confided, "What if he's right? What if we are meant to go back?" "You're more than your past," Zara insisted brightly, trying to push through her confusion. "We have each other, and that's what matters. We need to create a future together." The tension lingered, but amidst the storm, a flicker of belief took root. Together, they would navigate whatever path lay ahead, determined to hold on to the love they had found. With Lucas's words echoing in their minds, tension thickened in the air, filling Mia's apartment with uncertainty. They found themselves sitting together, Mia on the couch, Zara and Kian perched on the coffee table. The mood was intense, as heavy and charged as a storm brewing just outside. "Mia, we genuinely care about you," Kian spoke, his voice steady but laced with worry. "But Lucas made some strong points today. What if we do have a responsibility to our roots?" "Even if it puts our lives at risk," Mia interjected, her eyes narrowing as the dilemma gripped her. "You've just started to find happiness, a chance to live freely without fear. Why would you ever want to go back?" Zara, voice trembling, answered, "Because living in uncertainty isn't helping us either. I feel like we're in a limbo between two worlds. What if staying here is worse than going back?" The raw honesty in her words struck Mia hard, and she felt tears prick her eyes. She knew the twins were experiencing emotions she could only begin to fathom. "But what we have here, it's real. You've built a life with me, with Adam." As if on cue, Adam walked in with pizza, a lighter moment that had become a regular escape from reality. "Hope I'm not interrupting anything serious," he joked, holding the food up as if it were a trophy. Chuckling, he looked between them all, sensing the tension but unaware of the predicament laid bare. "Actually, it's quite serious," Keon said, urging everyone to remain focused. "We need to figure out what we want for our future." The dynamic shifted, shifting Adam's humor to concern. "Sorry," Adam said, placing the pizza down, his playful demeanor now serious. "What are we talking about?" Zara, wanting to include him but feeling vulnerable, shared how Lucas had returned, the burden weighing heavily on their shoulders. She explained how the twins felt tethered between two worlds, the uncertainty threatening their newfound peace. Adam listened intently, his posture firm as he processed their words. "Look, whether you return or remain here, you define your own destiny. It's not in anyone else's hands," he replied thoughtfully. "What do your hearts tell you?" A heavy silence wrapped around them as each person contemplated this question, their minds racing through possibilities. Zara and Keon exchanged furtive glances, unraveling the intensity between them while contemplating their hopes. "I want to fight for this," Keon finally declared, his voice breaking the stillness. "I want to protect what we have every day, even if it's different from what royalty may expect." Nodding, Zara added, "And we can't ignore that we have family to protect now. We may not have the power of an army, but together we can face anything." Encouraged by their resolve, Mia took a deep breath, feeling reassured by their affirmations. "Then we'll come up with a plan," she said decisively. "We can find a way to bridge both worlds." In that moment, a sense of clarity washed over them. The twins had come to terms with their past while owning their choice to shape their futures on Earth. There was an undeniable strength in their determination. As their thoughts settled from the heavy topics, playful banter returned, and they dug into the generously topped pizza. Adam cracked jokes while sharing stories about his own family, drawing laughter that warmed the atmosphere once more. After dinner, however, the night took an unexpected turn. They sat close together on the couch, a sense of intimacy brimming. In a moment charged with unspoken attraction, Zara felt an urge to reach for Adam's hand, intertwining their fingers. "Do you really mean it?" she asked, locking her gaze on him, her eyes shimmering with vulnerability. "You would accept us, no matter what happens?" "Absolutely. I see the beauty in your family, your passions, your bonds," Adam replied earnestly, brushing his fingers over hers. Their connection deepened, and the air pulsed with an intensity between them, revealing layers of affection. As if pulled by magnetic forces, Keon leaned closer to Mia, needing to validate their shared bond. "Mia, we want to make this work. We want you to be part of our lives, no matter what form it takes," he murmured, heart racing. Mia looked deeply into his eyes. There was so much clarity reflected there, and she felt her heart swell. "You're all family to me. I will always be here, fighting beside you," she reassured. At that moment, courage sparking within, Zara leaned towards Adam, their lips brushing in the faintest whisper of a kiss. And though it was light, it ignited everything, a culmination of emotions flowing freely through their hearts. Keon, witnessing this moment, felt the powerful connection as he shared a lingering gaze with Mia. A warmth enveloped them as they formed a bond deeper than mere words could express. Together, they faced uncertainty, intertwined in desire and love, prepared to propel forward, hand in hand, embracing the future no matter how unpredictable it may be. With newfound determination binding them, Mia, Zara, Keon, and Adam convened to confront the challenges ahead. They organized their fight, their last stand against uncertainty, hoping to navigate their way through the complexities of both Earth and the twins' royal heritage. The foursome gathered at the park, a place where laughter once rang freely, and they strategized under the shade of a large oak tree. Time had become of the essence. Lucas had made it clear that their royal connection would eventually draw attention, and they needed to be ready. "Mia, you're strong and resourceful," Keon said thoughtfully. "We trust you to lead us, But how do we approach Lucas without putting ourselves in more danger? Mia smiled, rallying her resolve. We need to confront him, make it clear we want control over our lives, and that you both will not be forced back into a situation you escaped from. If he claims to care, he can demonstrate that in his actions. Right, Zara chimed in, feeling emboldened while contemplating their future. We can use our abilities together. We've trained enough at home to harmonize our powers. Adam leaned in, eager to support their plans while feeling exhilarated. And I'll be there to protect you both. Just because he may be formidable doesn't mean we are outnumbered. We'll stand as a united front. As they formulated a plan, the air was charged with optimism and expectation. This would be their opportunity to reclaim control over their lives, extinguishing fears of being uprooted once more. That evening, they set their intentions. In a secluded corner of the park, they found a harmonious space to practice, drawing on their abilities under the pale moonlight. The twins conjured the ethereal glimmers of their powers, creating an illuminating tapestry that danced across the night sky. They practiced synchronizing their energies, each pulse radiating with strength as Mia wove words of encouragement. You can feel it, the energy flowing between you, she guided, watching in awe as they harnessed their unique gifts. Let the emotions guide you. They connect us all. As the final moments of dusk painted the sky, an unyielding resolve buoyed their spirits, restoring their confidence that night. Their union felt electric. The next day they prepared to confront Lucas. Dressed in their casual best, Mia's heart raced alongside the twins as they marched toward the appointed meeting location, a cafe that had become their default gathering space. They waited as apprehension filled the air, but steadfastness decorated their hearts. Adam encouraged them, reassured them, reminding them how far they had come. Whatever happens in this moment, know that you are not beholden to anyone. Embrace your truth and own those feelings, he whispered, spurring them forward. Finally, Lucas appeared, his demeanor cool and calculated as he approached their table. A fine mist covered the windows, casting a mysterious atmosphere over the cafe as they exchanged tense pleasantries. What a pleasant surprise, Lucas began, his eyes assessing everyone present, faltering briefly at the sight of the twins. I assume you're ready for our discussion? Zara took a deep breath, steeling herself. All of us wish to express our lives are ours. We've chosen to remain here and forge our own paths. We seek to create unity, not chaos. Lucas raised an eyebrow, intrigued by their determination. You are undoubtedly brave, but familial duty is not an easily dismissed bond. He shifted in his chair, seemingly unfazed. Duty, Kian exclaimed, his voice rising, emboldened. Duty cannot eclipse love. We escaped misery. Returning would put us under perilous rule. You don't know what awaits us at home. You have no idea how vulnerable you are here, Lucas said coolly. And if you refuse your heritage, you might force a choice upon your neighbors that they'll regret. Mia stood up, fists tightened at her sides. You will not threaten them. They have built a life here. If you care, you'll support their decisions, not coerce them. Lucas's expression hardened, but hidden beneath was a twinge of uncertainty. Very well, he replied, almost condescending. You stand strong, but the winds of change are volatile. As the atmosphere remained charged, they could feel the determination radiating from one another, a shared resilience lifting them higher. The conversation, shrouded in uncertainty, slowly morphed into an alliance, fueled by intent. They each had the right to reconnect. Slowly, Lucas softened, acknowledging the unyielding bond formed in front of him. With a reluctant sigh, he nodded. Fair enough. I will grant you time to understand your heritage, but only because I see that love that binds you. However, understand the royal legacy cannot be ignored. Feeling a sense of relief but still cautious, they agreed to stay in touch, forging a tentative alliance that held the potential for a brighter future. As they left the cafe, Zara turned to her brother, gripping his hand tightly. We took back our choice. We have our family and community with us now. Kian nodded, grateful for the unity behind their resolutions. Together, we're not just fighting against injustice, we're doling out love. And as they stood together, strong, united, and electrified by their journey ahead, hope surged within, reaffirming their commitment to each other, no matter the challenges ahead. With the tensions between worlds at bay and newfound strength propelling them forward, Mia, Zara, Kian, and Adam settled into the rhythm of life. They carved out a new purpose filled with laughter and determination. Mia dedicated herself to her art, weaving stories inspired by her unique companions. The canvases came alive, blending earthly shades with hints of starlit dreams, capturing their journey together. Zara and Kian were continuously amazed by her talent, watching as she created pieces that told tales of their adventures and growth. As summer faded into autumn, they embraced the changes around them, celebrating life's softer moments. They spent time in the parks, enjoying picnics filled with laughter, sharing secrets, and starry-eyed dreams, feeling free to love and dream without fear. One evening, under the canopy of stars, they gathered in the backyard for a mini celebration, an impromptu dinner inspired by their favorite memories. Flavors of pizza filled the air, mingling with sweet laughter and heartfelt stories of their past, feeling a sense of unity through shared experiences. The moment culminated when Zara turned to Adam, her heart racing. "You have inspired such joy in us. Thank you for accepting us. You genuinely mean the world." Adam smiled, his warmth radiating. "And you mean the world to me as well," he said, the sincerity washing over them. The air thickened with emotions. Everyone felt the gravity of their words. In that defining moment, Kian watched as his sister and Adam shared initial kisses, hinting at something beautiful burgeoning between them. "You both are inseparable. Looks like I'll be the third wheel now," he teased, laughter punctuating the air. But beyond the light-hearted banter, the truth of their bond permeated the night. Within those cherished fragments of ordinary life, the unbreakable connection began to flourish. As the weeks turned into months, their family dynamic transformed, intertwining tendencies from two worlds and weaving them seamlessly into one. Conversations about identity transitioned from fear to pride. Then came the day of the upcoming intergalactic conference where they'd represent their unique union, melding Earth and their royal heritage. Kian and Zara stepped into the spotlight, bravely accepting their duties while holding on to the principles of love and belonging that defined them. On the day of the event, they were given the opportunity to address potential negotiations that would bridge both worlds into harmony. With Mia and Adam cheering them on, Zara felt a blend of excitement and nerves as she approached the podium. "I stand before you not only as a royal heir, but as your advocate for unyielding love and acceptance." Zara spoke confidently, her voice reverberating through the audience. "Our paths brought us together across vast distances, and it is our differences that should unite us rather than divide us." Kian joined her, firm in his resolve. "Let us pave the way for a future where love guides our decisions. We have discovered that living in harmony, accepting differences as strengths, will forge a legacy we can all be proud of." As the crowd erupted into cheers, it was a moment of catharsis, not just for the twins, but for Mia and Adam, who understood how things had changed for them too. The event marked a new chapter. Wealth from their journeys forged a path toward understanding their identities. In the weeks following their success, they held lively joint gatherings with tables laden with food from both worlds, a heartwarming fusion of flavors, with laughter ringing through every corner. Seasons continued to change, but their laughter remained constant, a melody that united them all. They created new memories, deepened their bonds, and continually shaped their story together. In the stillness of one evening, as they watched the sun dip beneath the horizon, Mia whispered softly, "Thank you for opening my heart, for reminding me that home is where love resides." Zara wrapped her arms around her adoptive mother tightly, squeezing her with unyielding affection. "You are our true family," she affirmed, her eyes glimmering with sincerity. Kian added, "Together, we'll continue navigating this adventure. We'll always walk hand in hand, forward toward a boundless future." And as they all stood together, filling each other's hearts with love and strength, they embraced the beginning of their newest journey, one forged through unity, hope, and the unbreakable ties of family. It was a beautiful testament to how love could transcend the stars, securing their place in the tapestry of life they had created. With hands interlinked, they ventured forth into the horizon, ready to face whatever came next. Together,